Hello everyone, welcome back to another video unboxing. This time is nothing that I purchased in China, none of that figurine, toys, anything like that. This is OnePlus 13. So in the intro scene, you'll see I actually have the specs, so go back and pause it and see all the specs. Yes, I bought this from Wonder Mobile. At the time of purchase, it was about £640. There's three places I tend to buy my import gadgets from is Wonder Mobile, GizTop, and Geek Wheels. This time, Wonder Mobile won my transaction because they were cheaper. So yeah, it was wrapped up, but it was already unsealed because in the description they open it up, and they help you install Google Play, which is cool. Save me the hassle, right? And already, you know, by giving you the price, £640, this isn't the top spec. Oh, cool. So you've got Never Settle. So let's have a look inside here. You've got Usual, you've got the case, so that kind of gives away what model I got. Some Chinese paperwork here. It's just so cool that a lot of the Chinese companies actually give you a case. You know, here's the device. Let me just put this aside and see what's inside the rest of the box. Usual red signature cable, A to C charging cable, and power brick, which it's 100 watts. Actually, this is actually pretty small as well, considering. You know what, I'm going to copy Floss, Apple, Samsung, Google, and also they threw in this adapter for the UK region, which, you know, I've got plenty of these. I don't need it because I don't even use the chargers for my phones because I've got so many, because I'm using an Anchor power adapter that charges, excuse me, powers and charges most of my devices anyway. Okay, that's about it. Of course, in here there will be. I probably forgot to take it out. Speaking about that, where is it? I'm actually looking for the SIM ejector. Where is the SIM ejector tool? It's usually in there, right? I actually don't even check the SIM ejection tool for my devices nowadays because I've got so many of them. Okay, so unless I'm missing something, it's probably somewhere hidden, my SIM ejection tool, or they opened it up and I forgot to put it back in. No biggie, because I got plenty of SIM ejection tools. Probably opened it up and forgot to put it back in. Alright, so that's all the fluff inside, and this is the main event. OnePlus 13. Look at that, you can see I got the black one. Ooh, look at that. I was actually going to get I know everyone got the blue one, and I'm not a big fan of vegan leather or whatever that feeling is, and all black does look nice. It kind of reminds me of the first OnePlus 1 or OnePlus 2 when you had that kind of sandstone finish. Okay, this is not as rough as a sandstone. It's smooth, it's got a little texture, and I hope I can capture a bit of it. It looks a bit, there you go, you can see slightly has a kind of like almost like a wooden kind of pattern from wood. I think that some people, I remember, I was watching a channel saying that it has a wood pattern but it didn't have the kind of wood color. I don't think the wood brown color was suited. I think it actually goes really well with the black, the Hasselblad logo, or it's not in the center no more. I actually do like this off center. Okay, so there was a big debate about the back of this versus the back of the 12. What did you prefer? I actually like this more than the OnePlus 12. I didn't really like the metal bit. Not that I had a OnePlus 12. And also, one of the reasons why I didn't go for the other colors is because you had the blue, and then you had that kind of like the silver rim. This one's all one color. Looks so sick, doesn't it? I really do. This is actually my first OnePlus mainline phone since the Pro 9. And this is it, the Pro 9. This is actually the mainline one. See, so different. I still got like this. Is actually done really well. And of course, if you check my other video, I actually had the Ace 3 Pro. And there you go, in comparisons. You can see the glass. This is very similar to the OnePlus 12 in body and ratio. So this is probably the closest I will get to comparing a OnePlus 12. So you can see the glass on the Ace is much more curved. This one, there's a really tiny curve. Actually, I actually like it because I prefer flat screens, just me. But this is really minor. It's not much. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna just just to go around. You got the alert slider, famous alert slider. You got the power, rolling rocker. You got, I think, the IR blaster. You want to control all your electronics. You got this speaker, and also speaker at the bottom as well. SIM card tray, USB-C. Yeah, it actually really feels nice. It's about the same weight. You know, I actually do like this feel. It doesn't give you fingerprints, which is nice. It's nice texture, but not like the sandstone of the 1 and 2. It doesn't give you fingerprints. I actually do like the all black. That's the reason why I got this. I was going to get then I thought, you know what, I don't even play games. Okay, let me just start this up. So this is coming with the ColorOS and not the Oxygen. I mean, when I use my Ace Pro, it's ColorOS. It's got plenty, had plenty of updates, and I tend to just put Nova Launch on it to keep it nice and simple. Already, the screen has been smudged. There you go, ColorOS. That means hello in Chinese, ni hao. There you go, and you've got all these different languages here. So let's do English. Usual stuff. Let's agree to everything. Okay, what I'll do is pause this and get back to you once I start it up. Hello everyone, welcome back again. I've set up my phone. As you can see, I put Nova Launcher, and when it came out, I had to spend a lot of time uninstalling all the apps I don't want and just keeping it very similar to my current. This is my Nubia Z60, so you can see it's very similar to what I'm using. I like to keep my app drawer and just simple, nice and simple. Alright then, let's go and just do a couple of things, yeah? So, in settings, so it's running Android, it's definitely Android 15, but it's using ColorOS 15. I checked the web page, it does say it's Android 15, but if you go into About the app, you can see that's the name of it in Chinese. You've got ColorOS 15, but it doesn't say anywhere that it's on top of Android 15, but the website does say Android 15, so I just, yeah, okay. Screen, the same layout. If you owned an Android in the last few years, it's exactly the same. So you go into brightness, like I said, light mode, put it about 65%. Color, I put it on neutral. I like my stuff a little bit more blue, so I'll put it a little bit more blue down there. This one's, if you just to remind you, it's a 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes storage. Refresh rate, I put it on high. You can do auto, you can do standard 60 Hertz, and you can do 120 Hertz. It's a shame a lot of companies or phones don't have that 90 in the middle. And then screen resolution, you got two. You got standard, you got high, as you can see here. I just put it on standard. To be fair, I can't tell the difference that much, unless I'm probably watching a HD movie, a 4K movie, which I probably won't, because I mean, I find the screen too small. Prefer watching it on a tablet, 12 inches like. So just to reserve battery, I put it on standard, which is more, just to be fair, look, I can show you. And I mean, it's not gonna make a difference to you watching, because I'm recording this on 1080p anyway. So, but I couldn't see a difference. Okay, what we'll do, let me just download the Geekbench and let's check out some of the Geekbench scores. So CPU, okay, you got single core 2982 and the multi-core 9133. As you can see, single core is top of the pile compared to a lot of the Samsungs, and I think it's unfair really, because I think this is definitely the first on the market in a way with a Snapdragon 8 Elite core. Because I think the Vivo and the Xiaomi 15 Pro are both MediaTek, so, and 9400. But they still, no, that they perform really good. So I saw some on YouTube, but still, Snapdragon just beats that as well. Multi-core score, okay, 9133, leading by a big mile. Look at that. That's a big gap between them all. Okay, let's go to GPU. 18,223. Pretty good, isn't it? So like I said, Qualcomm, this is Adreno 830. Where would you mean? So you can pause it and have a quick look at all this. So that's the benchmark. So what I do is I just played around with the camera. So you got some settings like ultra wide, 15 mm. You got 23 and 28 and 35. You got the next one up, which is 48. Then it goes up to 73. 85, and it goes all the way up to 146 times 6 zoom. Camera so far seems fine. It definitely brightens up a bit more, sees a lot of details. What I'm going to show you, I've took some pictures already. I'm going to do is show you the AI tool. So you go into the pen tool at the top here, and you go to AI editor at the top. You've got AI eraser. And then you use your finger, you kind of lasso that, and then it should erase it. I know this is common, Google Pixel has that. And you go, you can do better, I can do better. Let's go back again and do, let's try that again. To me, this is actually pretty new. I never had a Google Pixel, so I couldn't tell you. So you can see it's almost, if you use Photoshop, it's almost like cloning something here and just filling this. That's why it took that kind of edge to that. So yeah, it does its job. And another one I want to show is this here. You can look carefully. I took a picture of my TV. You can see my outline here. So if you go in here and you got AI editor and you go down, you got remove reflection. See it doing its magic. It's one of those ones. How many times have you been to like a holiday and you go up to one of these big towers and you want to take a picture from the landscape, but you're behind glass and you have to find the angle just to get these shots in because of reflection. So hopefully this will work. There we go. That's not bad, is it? You can still see a little bit. Let's go back. So look, keep remember that. That's not bad. It's going to get better as more firmware, more updates come in. So overall, I do like this. Like I said, I love the all black. I actually was thinking of getting a blue one, but the more I looked into the black, I'm looking at it, I love that pattern, that woody wood feel, but I like the all unibody one black. And I've never been a fan of vegan leather. Maybe if the blue was like this, it's so cool. It comes with a free case. It's not the best. It's actually cheap. It feels cheaper than the one I had for my OnePlus Ace and OnePlus Ace 3 Pro. It's pretty simple. Squeeze it in, it does it. It feels nice and smooth. Similar texture to it. But I just want to show you everything. Let me take this off. The material is really cool. It's nice and smooth, as you can see. I've been using it for the last few hours. Not a single fingerprint. Look at that. Not a fingerprint. It feels so smooth. I might just carry like this. Oh no, I'll probably get another case. Maybe a see-through one so I can really love the pattern. But anyway, what do you think? You're going to get one of these? If so, what colour? Or are you waiting for another phone? Me? No, me. I'll probably get another phone in a few months' time anyway. But I'd like to say thank you everyone for staying to the end, watching this video. And please like, subscribe to more talking geeky stuff. Until next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. And please do stay safe. Goodbye now.